want to do is I want to take off my stream preview. There we go.
I think we're live here, Woody.
We are live.
We are live.
Okay, so welcome. Yeah, here we go. So welcome to the unofficial AusNZ Combined Racing League's Mustang versus Camaro Championship. We're here for round 3, which will see races 5 and 6 at Willow Springs Raceway at the beautiful Rosamond, California, about 120 k's, 130 k's north of LA, Darky, and it's one of the oldest permanent road courses in the USA.
Okay, very interesting.
Pretty sensational, this racetrack, up and down, the elevation changes. I'm sure it's going to be something these Mustangs and Camaros are going to really enjoy. Going to be a challenge to the drivers.
That's right. So I think my voice is coming a little bit crackly, but we can't do much about that. So it is what it is.
What I might be able to do though, I'll just quickly, the stream might go off for a bit. I might just turn your microphone down if I can.
Yep. That's right.
Coverage. There we go. We'll deal with it. Might just have to talk a bit softly or move your mic back a bit.
Yeah, we'll try and work it out. If not, that's right.
So yeah, this 4 kilometre layout though, Darky. I'm not too sure how many corners. There's probably about 10 to 12 corners. I'll look that up. But definitely a challenge.
6, 7, 8. Yeah, about 10 corners, I believe it is. So.
And we've just come into qualifying and we're looking at about just under 5 minutes remaining. But during practice we had Dado in the Camaro going fairly fast with a 122.621. They've got actually some restrictors on too, the Camaros at the moment. After last round at Stugo, where they dominated over the Mustangs, they've actually had to have a restriction on their air intake, I think it is.
Yes, to balance them out because the Camaro has a bigger engine, which means more horsepower. So they give the Camaro a bit of an air restrictor to pull them back a bit.
Yeah, I think from stock, they've actually half closed them. All the entries of the Camaros about half closed off, and then as they go through the series, as they win. They close up there's actually a performance, like a BOP basically, they're closing up. So some of the Mustangs actually have their air restrictor closed off as well. So we got, I think, a Logical Sports, easy in the Camaro, currently leading the championship.
No, that's one. There is none.
And, oh yeah, that's a lovely looking car.
So there's Devil going off the road.
It's at 27.1, so he's got his fairly close, but he's getting every little bit of inch of power that he can get. I'm sure his gear ratios are fairly short, but come down these long straights, he might suffer. Top end speed, I'd say.
We're running to qualify 7th, so let's have a look at someone who's actually come back from the dark side from PC land. Got Gecko. Doing ACC and a bit of iRacing, so he's come back, I think, just for this round, for a bit of fun.
Yeah, currently, as you can see, all the guys from our ANZ CRL that ever come back from iRacing have always mentioned the being able to throw a car around on project cars. They lose that going back into iRacing, and then coming back here, it's a hard thing to try and get back because you've got to be pretty precise, I think, with iRacing, and the cars hurt by throwing them around like you can on project cars here on the Xbox.
A bit more smooth from what I understand. So he's got a Gecko. Waiting to put a time in. He's put a time in here in 10 minutes so far, so hopefully we'll see him putting the lap time now. He enters the final long sweeping corner. Someone's off the track behind him.
So as we know, this qualifying session, we'll just let see Gecko go over the line, see where he comes.
Eighth. Not too bad.
Eighth. Not too bad coming straight into this, and he's actually shared a tune, I think. I think he's grabbed a tune from Cirrus.
Yep, no.
So,
oh, look, there is a father-son combo. Commander Cirrus with the Elder Statesman Dado in the similarly painted tan cars. One Chev, one Ford.
You can tell them out with that those red headlights covered over.
That's it.
So the format of this series, as if you've been a regular of the previous 2 rounds that we've run here at Long Beach and also at Sugo, is this qualifying session is pretty important. So the grid order for the sprint race, which is only 7 laps tonight, is actually a reverse grid of the results from this qualifying session. But then come the feature race, the results of this qualifying session stand. So if you've got pole here, you'll be pole for the feature race. And to add things, spice things up, the main race, the feature race, which will be 15 laps, also has a mandatory pit stop for 4 tyres with pit stop errors on. So in this cold temperatures, I think it's only about 13 to 12 degrees outside, Darky, you'd think these mechanics would be rather in the warmth of the garage and coming out trying to service these cars, so there could be a few dropped wheel nuts.
Well, there's not really a garage here, it's just sort of like NASCAR style, just like the pit lane with a wall. So, yeah, the pit crew are going to be a little bit cold, a few butterfingers, a little bit icicles in the fingers, so we'll see what happens here in the main race. But first you've got to get to the sprint race, so as long as you don't crash a car, you're not really going to be fixing or changing tyres, so anything can happen in that main race. We've got about 18 seconds remaining in qualifying here as we look at Aussie Nooney in the Kermit the Frog Mustang, number 72.
Yeah, well presented Mustang, this one, and he's had a bit of bad luck at Sugo. He was there every race, but got involved in a few of people's incidents where he was basically the wrong car in the wrong spot each time. So I'm prepared to. I think that I'll probably pit my bets on him getting a good position here at the end of this race tonight.
It's hard to finish qualifying too. But Gecko still come to do it. Cirrus. Cirrus might have snuck in an extra lap here, so watch Gecko as he comes through the downhill run. It's massively long right hand. It's sort of like a double sweeper actually. If you're long sweeping in a very small straight and then a really tightened up sweeper here right now. There's the apex, you've got to drop in there. Don't run too wide, here he comes. Let's see if the Gecko can go any faster. No, he doesn't. I think we're now waiting on Cirrus, who's currently in 4th right now.
Don't these cars sound good too, Darky?
Oh yeah. Old school American muscle.
Well, this is probably their home track, as I've said, it's one of the oldest permanent road courses in America, so I'm sure these cars have done plenty of laps in the real life around here at Willow Springs.
I see, you can see the mountain range in the background. So I think so that's it for qualifying there, as Dado has snagged pole for the main race. Rory Knight will be in 2nd. Ski has jumped up into 3rd. He's running pretty well these days.
Wow.
Cirrus will be in 4th. Devil X is 5th. Mustang 65 is 6th. Illogical Sport, the championship leaders, in 7th. God could go right behind him in 8th. Aussie Nooney in 9th. Oz Webb in 10th. Huds in 11th. Lolux in 12th. So that will be the qualifying for the main race. But this is the reverse race. So Lolux has pole now, followed by Huds, Oz Webb, Aussie Nooney, God Gecko, Illogical Sports, Mustang, Devil, Cirrus, Ski, Weary Night, and Data Races. So that will be the reverse grid for the sprint race here.
Yeah, and I look, as I said, watch out for Aussie Nooney on the 2nd row on the outside, mate. I'm sure he'll try and hang around that first corner on the outside to take the inside of that long 2nd corner, which is a right-hand corner leading up to that hill. So, yeah, definitely with the 2 Kermit Frogs on the 2nd row. I think it's something to watch. So
That's it.
they'll line up here, as we know, as per the qualifying order at the moment. But it's going to be a rolling start.
You can see the hydraulics
So
going up from the cars now. Watch them dip down.
Yeah,
Dip,
that's it.
potato chip, dip.
So, yeah, they'll organise themselves here in a formation lap, basically this first lap to get the reverse grid. And then it will be a rolling start. And the leader will have control of the race. So it'll be 80 kilometres an hour, I believe, up to the start of the pit entry to the start line. That's the acceleration zone. So the leader of the race will be Lolux.
And just go to the roof cam. Wow, they're standing start. These guys are going to be super tight against each other. That's pretty close to the car in front.
Look at that run, though, down into that first corner. It looks fairly daunting, doesn't it? It's a fast left-hand corner with a lot of runoff, though. So the guys...
That's it.
You know,
and it's uphill.
It really tempts you to come into it very fast, and there'll be a lot of late breakers. So could be interesting, Darky. Should be a few cars maybe out in the out on the grass this winter sky.
Out in the weeds there, as you can see the mountain range to the right. Do you take trees around the track and need to get an arborist out to trim some of the trees?
Yeah, and we've got obviously Muppet Gonzo already cheering on Dado. He wants to see Dado, see where he can come from the back of the grid. He'll be at the back tonight for the
sprint round. Yep.
So
I think if Dado,
7-lap,
Dado can stay clear of... He does unfortunately seem to get involved in other people's incidents. If he can stay clear of other people's incidents, we can see him move forward. So it'll be good to see.
Yeah, I think you need to really duck yourself sort of in that inside for that first corner, being at the back there, and just see the cars drift off outside, and then position yourself for the long drag up the hill on the right hand corner. So yeah, it's going to be a tough race. So we've got 7 laps, but it's actually only 6 racing laps, guys. So the first lap of that 7 will be this formation lap. So it will be 6 laps of intense Mustang versus Camaro racing of the Muscle Car Masters. And at the current stage, I think the Camaros are out on top. So the Mustangs are here to try and lay their foundation of American soil and take that away from the Camaros. So it'll be interesting to see how it ends up tonight.
So we had a Camaro qualifying pole for the main race, and we've got now Camaro starting a pole for the reverse grid sprint race here.
Well picked up, Darky. No doubt about you, mate.
With another Camaro right behind it, and we've got the 2 Kermit the Frog Mustangs right behind that. So
yeah, I'm really looking forward to tonight's racing. I think with a colder track temperatures of about 22 degrees, these tyres are they're going to just basically just lap these temperatures up. They're going to be pretty super fast. Cooler air is going to help these create a little bit more horsepower.
That's it.
I'm just trying to chase up some championship standings if I can. Going back through our Facebook group, so anyone that's watching this at the moment, if you're an Australian New Zealand racer on the Xbox on Project Cars 2, come and join us at ANZ CRL in the groups on Facebook, and come and join the action. We've got this, as we said, unofficial championship that We Reunite, one of our members, has kindly produced and set up for us, and it's been a fan favourite at the moment. So we allow our members to run that. Our official nights of racing is Saturday, Sunday, mainly Sunday. Saturday only for the bigger grids, from 7 p.m. to about 9:30 p.m. on a Sunday night.
That's it.
We also have a website at aus-nzcrl.weebly.com.
We also have an Instagram account, which is ANZCRL, so we're going to get ready to go racing now. The sprint race, Lolux holds the start here. How's this really hanging back, and the 2 Kermit the Frog cars are hanging back. Gecko's right at the backside of Aussie Webs, and there goes Lolux, he's bolted.
Yeah, he's bolted, he's gone. Look at these 3, not quite 3, they're still 2 wide into this first corner. playing nicely.
There's a logical trying to make him move on the outside. Oh!
Oh, we've got Ski way
Devil
upside,
and
pointing upwards.
Skis upside
and
down.
Devil. So unless Devil has a reset button, he will be left on his roof. And it looks that way.
As his
So
car.
we could have our first DNF finisher here for this sprint round. As Lolux takes control, coming up, winding up the hill. Oh, and as we've got, I think it might have been our man Got Gecko.
That's it.
Getting it all out.
That's
as we're
very
coming
nice.
into
Right again, the
turns
inside
5
of
and
Sirius now, but
6.
Sirius is the inside run for this next corner. Oh, there goes Darren.
Look at the. Oh, as I said, look at these Aussie Noonie coming
Sirius-
second at the
And
moment.
Sirius has also dropped it off too, so.
So Logical Sports, the man that's leading the championship at this stage, he's putting a lot of pressure on Ads, who missed last week's round at Sugo, but he's back, and maybe he might want to try and protect Aussie Noonie in front of him,
Devil's
his
still on his
teammate.
roof at turn 1. You can see him up there. He isn't retired. He's still there.
So Aussie Noonie at the moment, 4th in the championship, so he really wants to make sure that he can try and put pressure on Lolux, who's
There he
further
is.
down in the
Upside down.
championship.
That is a well-balanced Mustang right now.
That is, he's just probably hoping someone might give him a little tap to bring him back on his roof. He's hopefully, maybe Gecko or Ski might do that for him, seeing they're a bit out of the race at the moment. But back to the action here as Ads Webb trying to hold off Illogical Sports. He's got the inside line,
The Logical's made the move.
but he has made the move. He's made that stick.
There you go. Devil's retired now.
And Hud's putting a lot of pressure going around the outside, of going down the inside of Mustang. Oh, and they've touched. And those mounds, the dirt mounds, are all around these tracks. So it's an open sort of track, but those mounds can still get you with a little bit of damage. But these cars are built
He's
strong.
spun it again. But there goes Big Snake.
Oh, and there we go, Mustang.
There goes
Down
Dado.
he goes in it. Dado, try and pick up the pieces. So they've let it all a little bit loose, Darky, early on in the race. They had a little bit of a practice and qualifying session, but geez, it's like it's a Mad Hatter's race at the moment.
That is it, correct. Here's Dado trying to look down the inside of Big Snake.
And have a look at the leaderboard here. Darky at the moment, Aussie Noonie in 5th, and Illogical Sports in 2nd. So something's happened to Aussie Noonie. There he is on the grass.
Oh, he's dropped it in the last corner there.
As Ads putting a lot of pressure still. Lolux is doing a great job out in front. Can he hold off the championship leader? Just remember that Illogical Sports has the his air restrictor closed off at 27.1 mil, so it's closed up quite a lot. He's still getting a lot of horsepower out of this Camaro, the Chev engine.
That's it. He's flowing the car quite well through here. So Lolux can use the power in the straight line bits, but he can't let the Logical get past him all as he leaves the door wide open here. So be careful that we've seen a couple of spins to there.
Very hard part of the track to pass here into turns 5 and 6, but you can definitely Logical be looking for this little bit of a toe that he may get, but he's also got to look behind him with Ads Webb, who's got an open restrictor. Can Ads Webb do something about it and dive down the inside? Just behind him, we've got Weary Knight.
Devil's in the comments sending Morse code. Oh, there goes Webb. Logical just saved it. Webb is going around for a bit of a slide here, so that's Webb's back now, but Logical got away with that one.
Yeah, so you just see the more seasoned drivers, the limit the mistakes, and they keep themselves. As Dado having a nice look at Mustang. He's going to find himself on the outside, but he's made that stick. So Mustang in that Mustang, he may not be able to get that extra power. He came on slow onto the final corner, onto the straight.
So Lolux has actually put out a bit of a gap now. It's just about a second.
Yeah, 2 laps remaining. The more that Weary Knight challenges the Logical here, this is actually Weary, he's gone.
He's gone cross
This is exactly what Ads want to see. Ads is now going to pick up these pieces, and Commander Cirrus might do as well. It's fairly slippery out there on this cold winter's day.
There's Cirrus in the other section, Dado up behind.
And Dado. So Weary Knight threw away. He's currently second, and he's I think he's about what's he 16 points off the lead. So he really wanted to try and stay close to Logical there. It's making it hard for the championship. I think there's about 8 rounds, so that's a total of 18 races. So this is race 5 and 6, round 3. There's still plenty of races for all these guys.
That's it. So now this sort of the horsepower of Lowlux without the restrict of that illogical spot, he'll start pulling the gap on him.
Yeah, he just blows away. But yeah, we've got 2 more laps. And you said it about 2 laps ago, Darky. It's all about the flow. You see Illogical, he's so smooth, and you know, no jerking. He's got the hitting the apex to apex.
There's Mustang coming under the track from Aussie Nunes. He nearly drops a tyre from the dirt there.
Yeah, he's had some good battles, Mustang, but also again, just let himself go with a little bit of an off here and there. There's Cirrus and Dado getting at it.
Oh, Dado's got the run down the inside here. Is he going to be able to stop it?
Having a good look down the inside.
Oh,
looks like he's little touch.
Cirrus in the dirt.
Oh!
Just gets away with that one here. Dado moves forward up again.
Yeah, the cars get very, they lurk around, they roll a bit coming down the hill here, turns 5 and 6. As you can see, Cirrus just trying to hold on to the big steering wheel this Mustang has. Probably a bench seat there too, Dark. He's probably sliding from side to side now, trying to hold on to his oranges.
That's it.
Yeah, I've just seen the Devils. Cirrus get into it.
Corner.
And now it's given Mustang a great opportunity, and he has.
He's hit the cones.
Pushing out the cones. Here we are, the final lap. With Lowlux still within a second lead, so he's doing well. But the battle here for 7th position, or for 6 actually. It's really
also Dado's on Weary Knight here too.
Dado, just see where
that's not where you want to be, Dado. That's not where you want to be.
No, we don't have to tell Dado that's where he doesn't have to be. He's currently third in the championship, only 3 points behind Weary Knight. He just tried to make that move on Weary.
Well, here comes Lowlux.
Tied him up in the championship
running down
chase.
the hill now. There's a Logical right behind him here, but this is where Lowlux will start putting the gap on him for more horsepower.
Which really reminds me of Kevin Bartlett, Darky.
That's it.
The blue number 9. Camaro.
Into the final corners. He's just got one more corner to make it through here. Here comes Lowlux. He keeps it on track. He doesn't feel loose. Here comes Lowlux. He's going to be taking the win for race 1 for tonight.
Yeah, the 5th race of the championship. Well done, Lowlux, in the number 9 Chevy Camaro as a Logical Sports just goes for a wild spin.
That's it.
As we looking now at who came there. Ads picked up 3rd, did he?
Yeah, that's it.
Good job. With Weary Knight in 4th
Oh,
and Dado. As we look at Huds doing the massive slide.
I don't think he's finished yet.
No, I don't think he has either. I think that was a massive loose down the final corner.
Yeah, there's a
down the inside.
He's going to lose position here. He hasn't made the finish line. He still hasn't made the finish line.
He hasn't finished. Does he know he's going to actually come last?
And they look so bad.
There he goes.
Yeah,
takes 10th as Ski. Unfortunately, he went skywards. Getting tangled up with Devil X. So there's our man of the moment is Lowlux. He'd be happy with that victory. It's been a long time coming for Lowlux. But unfortunately, he'll be starting at the back of the grid for the feature race, but he's got the pace. We can see that. So you want to go through those results, Darky?
Yep, I'll go through it quickly. So Lowlux comes home the winner there with Illogical Sports in 2nd. Osweb finishes 3rd. Weary Knight finishes 4th. Dado Racer comes home 5th. Mustang 65 comes home 6th. Commander Series finishes 7th. Aussie Noon finishes 8th. God Gecko, the iRacing boys come back, finishes 9th. Huds finishes 10th. Ski in 11th. Devil X and Devil Drift finishes in 12th.
Okay, that will about wrap up race 5. We will have a quick break, guys. We won't bore you with any ads, but we will definitely be back shortly for race 6 here at Willow Springs. Cheerio.
Bye.